Rickmansworth. Amanda, what would you like to say?
Hi, James.
Hello, Amanda.
Just wondering what justification you have to saying that people with tattoos could be a mechanic but can't be a lawyer.
None whatsoever, and I am ashamed of my position, but I ask people to be honest with me every day. It's only fair that I'm honest with you.
Of course, that's fair enough. Well,
it's a disgraceful prejudice, and I'm deeply ashamed of it, but I need help in getting rid of it.
Well, you're very welcome to pop down to our studio.
What, and get a tattoo?
No, and meet the kind of people that we do tattoo, because we tattoo people from all walks of life in all manners of professions. So,
but you will recognise that in certain professions they wouldn't want their tattoos to be on display while they're at work.
Most of those kind of professions that you're probably implying wear suit and tie, and wouldn't have tattoos on show anyway.
Exactly.
Because they'd be covered up. So, it just proves, it just implied, the way you said it implied that people with tattoos are not intelligent or articulate enough to get those kind of jobs.
I didn't mean that. I did make a point of saying that if a High Court judge was covered in tattoos, then when he took off his wig and gown, I would feel precisely the same prejudice that I feel when...
Why, though?
I don't know, Amanda. I don't know.
Okay, well, I've actually tattooed someone who started coming to see me when he was still a law student, and he's now passed his bar and working very professionally, and he has full sleeves.
But if next time I get arrested, if he's my duty solicitor and I see...
tattoo a lot of police as well.
And I see a little glimpse of his tattoo up his sleeve, I'm going to feel a bit uncomfortable. This is awful. I can't believe I even think like this. It flies in the face of all my other principles and politics. But I don't want a tattooed solicitor.
You'd be very welcome to come to the studio and just. I think a lot of these views are probably quite common, and it's very, very old-fashioned, and I can see where it comes from. But tattooing has come a long way since then, and it's changed a hell of a lot.
What about I guess by definition, the exceptional circumstances in which the job centre plus staff would put you up or give you money to have the tattoos removed are when they're on display and visible in a potential employment context.
Quite possibly, but I wonder what kind of people that they're going to be dealing with that would actually want that done. And they've also got to look at the other side of it, and that laser treatment is expensive. I've actually been doing laser treatment for the last 8 years.
Right. I'm going to come back to you, because I feel we should talk a little bit longer, and I don't want to be late. In Rickmansworth, I'm sorry to keep you. I can't get a word in edgeways during that bit of the show. Honestly, I sit here like it's like a self-imposed vow of silence. Your lawyer, who you took care of tattoo-wise while he was a law student, kind of agreed with me by dint of the fact that he would never consider having a tattoo that could be seen when he wasn't wearing a suit and shirt. That was the point I wanted to
be honest, the only part of him that's exposed then is his hands and his face, and I wouldn't tattoo those anyway.
So you agree then?
Yeah, well, you've got to be sensible, and we take responsibility. We always say to people, good advice comes for free, to prevent you from making an expensive mistake. Because generally, hands and faces, for that exact reason, it's the whole collar and cuffs rule. If you were wearing a shirt, you wouldn't have anything above the collar or below the cuffs. And most reputable tattoo studios would tattoo to that rule. The exception being if somebody's heavily tattooed and they work in an industry that it's not going to make a difference, they can have full sleeves. Somebody would have to have full sleeves for me to even consider tattooing their hands.
Yes.
Because it is a big commitment, and you have to take responsibility for that. But, and this is the thing, with the job centre paying for people to have them removed, are we talking about highly professional people with degrees who happen to be out of work and want to find jobs, or are we talking about your average chav who, to be quite honest, well, there's an argument
it's
to be said.
It's my prejudices we're examining this hour, not yours. No, well,
there's an argument to be said that people could take advantage of it. What I was going to say before the break was that laser treatment is expensive. It's possible that certain people could then take advantage of that, not find work deliberately, so that they could then get their laser treatment for free.
It's possible, and that phrase "exceptional circumstances," I suppose its meaning is very much in the eye of the beholder. But I'll give the benefit of the doubt to the professionals, because life's easier that way. You can either wake up in the morning and look around for things to get angry and upset about, or you can think that most of us are trying to do the right thing all day long, and that usually it works. So when the job centre staff say this fella could really benefit from having his tattoos removed, because when he gets a job he'll start paying taxes and we'll all be better off, everyone will be celebrating, to me I will think, until it is proven otherwise, I'll think that's probably sound.
Yeah. well, this is the thing. You don't know who they're picking and choosing to do this. Again, it's the same as it's based on a decision that somebody made, isn't it? Somebody's made a decision to have a tattoo that they perhaps shouldn't have had done. Could you then compare that to people getting free cancer treatment because they chose to smoke?
Oh, hang on. I need a long run up for this one. Let me have a think. Could it be this? I mean, there are people. I think that one of the think tanks that's in the news a lot at the moment has a head who thinks that your lifestyle choices should affect your access to health, and it's increasingly, of course, pertinent in the context of drugs being judged either acceptable or not acceptable by NICE or its recent replacement. No, because there's it's a cost-benefit analysis, to be really brutal about it. The person making the decision will only greenlight the process if he believes it will improve significantly the tattooed person's chances of finding work. In the absence of evidence to the contrary, you have to trust that process and conclude that it provides benefit to both taxpayer, who has the burden of the benefit claimant removed from the public purse, and tattooed man, because he's now got a job and no tattoos. So it's not the same.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, I'm undecided. I have to be honest. I'm undecided. Like I said, I can do laser treatment, and so it doesn't. I could benefit either way, really.
No, I hear you, but I just think it's too easy. And we are constantly encouraged now. Every time I open a newspaper, I'm being told that we're wasting, at this desperate time of economic need, we're wasting money on luxuries and fripperies. But I've read this story from beginning to end and concluded that, in fact, it constitutes a potential profit for the taxpayer, but you're never going to see that in the headline. Would you like to tell me the name of your studio or not?
I would love to. It's Renaissance Tattoo in Rickmansworth.
Renaissance Tattoo. I say.
And like I said, have a look at the website.
No.
You might be surprised.
I'll get all weird and queasy.
Oh, it won't make you queasy. Just to prove that tattooing has come a long way, and it may not actually be what you think.
I know there'll be some beautiful pictures there and things like that, but it won't change my prejudice.
Oh, I'm not trying to change your prejudice at all.
I wish you would.
You can make an educated choice.
You're right. I will. Well, 10% discount.
Of course.
I'll get angel wings on my back. Could you do that for me?
Of course, no problem.
I've always quite fancied that. Amanda, thank you for being such a good sport and indeed for shedding some light on this issue where my ignorance is even greater than usual.